Greetings. The assertiveness dilemma. Lacking assertiveness skills affects professionals and their careers. Assertives, Assertiveness is, is crucial to professional success. Once upon a time, there was a young professional named Sam. He was ambitious and hardworking, constantly striving to achieve career goals. However, Sam had one significant obstacle impeding his progress: lack of assertiveness skills. Sam was hesitant to speak up in meetings, was hesitant to negotiate for a higher salary, and found it hard to prioritize his needs and opinions over those of others. He would often find himself agreeing to take on more work despite already being overburdened with tasks, leading to burnout and stress. Sam's colleagues, who were assertive on the other hand, were doing better. They were willing to take on crucial roles and responsibilities, expressed their opinions confidently, and advocated for their interests without hesitation. They managed their time efficiently, maintaining a healthy work life balance and using their off hours to upskill and advance their careers. Today, assertiveness are essential in today's professional environment. They help professionals to communicate effectively, negotiate better salaries, build relationships, manage conflict, and enhance their self esteem. Assertiveness showcases how professional people advocate for themselves and their needs, and by doing so, they can develop a positive rapport with their colleagues and superiors. However, the lack of assertiveness can lead to missed opportunities, low self confidence, stress, and potentially damaging consequences for one's career. When professionals are unable to stand up for themselves, voice their opinions constructively, they may be undermining their credibility and losing out on valuable career advancements. So, to develop assertiveness skills, professionals can practice techniques such as learning to say no when necessary, taking initiative, gaining confidence by focusing on their good qualities, and developing active listening skills. And here's one story and 20 tips, strategies to develop effective assertiveness skills for professionals. This is one inspiring and motivational story about how one person overcame challenges and developed effective assertiveness skills. And also, we will be sharing 20 tips and strategies to overcome problems and develop assertiveness in professional settings. Once upon a time, there was a woman called Mary who was always, had been rather, an introvert. She had many great ideas, but she struggled to communicate them effectively in her workplace. Mary's co workers often overlooked her contributions, and she felt undervalued and unseen. One day, Mary decided that yes, and she became determined to take control of her professional life and develop assertiveness skills. She started with self reflection, thinking about which situations made her feel uncomfortable and what thoughts and emotions triggered those feelings. So Mary took the following steps. First step, let's see what it was. She did a lot of research on the topic of assertiveness and identified reliable evidence based sources. So the second was she practiced positive self talk, yes, and used it to build her confidence. Yes, I can, yes, I will, yes, I can do this. So she was doing a lot of affirmations. I can do it. And she set clear goals. Yes, goals are very important. Objectives are very important. And again, goals, as we always have been saying, that goals have to be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. And objectives, yes, they are career objectives, family objectives, isn't it? Monetary, financial, material, health. So many objectives are there. And these are also time bound, isn't it? Some are immediate goals, some are short term, and some are long term. So identify your goals and objectives, both for work and personal life. You have to work on that and communicated them assertively. What is assertiveness? Assertiveness is saying yes when you want to say yes and saying no when you want to say no, but in a polite and diplomatic way, isn't it? We need not be harsh with people, we need not be rough with people. You can be polite and diplomatic and assert your position, whatever it is. Assert your thoughts, your ideas, but in a polite and diplomatic way. She practiced active listening, very important. Listening is an art and a skill, isn't it? It's very tough to listen, isn't it? Because so many things are happening. When you start communicating, start listening, sometimes the other person tells something, and your mind also starts thinking how to respond to that, how to react to that. But when you do that, you stop listening, isn't it? So you have to listen and that to be active. So you have to show interest. You should not disturb the other person when he's communicating. Remove any kind of distraction. And there are techniques of listening, isn't it? Like one of them is paraphrasing. We can do that and try to get into the points. And also encourage the speaker, isn't it? The person who is talking. So we should encourage him by nodding and asking questions at relevant points, isn't it? That is called active listening and clarifying questions. So never let's not assume something, isn't it? Sometimes it's very easy to assume a lot of things, isn't it? So, but when you assume, you may be wrong. So it's better to clarify things and so that future, there are no misunderstandings. She used I statements to communicate her thoughts and feelings without accusing or blaming others. No need to blame others. Unnecessary. Feedback, accepting feedback is an art and it should be accepted. And somebody is giving you genuine feedback and you should accept it gracefully and also use it, implement it. See, we all have strengths and weaknesses, isn't it? So through feedbacks, you'll be able to know what are your weaknesses. Some can be managed, some may not be managed, isn't it? But some can be eliminated, some can be managed also. She used assertive body language. Yes, eye contact, looking into the eye and talking, body language. Showing when you show positive assertive body language, you can always look into the eye and talk and standing tall and speaking clear. So good body language helps. She also learned how to deal with difficult people. There are all kinds of people we'll be meeting, isn't it? Some will be difficult to handle. And situations, obviously, not all situations are comfortable, isn't it? There will be tough situations, tough decisions to make. She also learned how to deal with them. Mindfulness living, as they say, to be present in the moment, yes, rather than being, lost in some past memories or, thinking unnecessarily about future, what is going to happen. So she started living conscious, living in the moment, as they say. And also relieved her of stress and anxiety. And visualization is also important, when you do something. So she visualized success and practiced role play scenarios. It's very important. And if there is a tough conversation to be done, she started practicing what are the right words to use, how to put it up. And she visualized herself talking and role play scenarios, multiple roles in scenarios, as they say, for important and challenging conversations. She got prepared for that. Empathy is very important today. Today, one of the things is when you're being assertive, you should also show empathy. What is empathy? Empathy is like, compared to sympathy. Sympathy is something you feel sorry for somebody, you give him food or money, that is called sympathy. Empathy is we put ourselves in the other person's shoe and start thinking why this person's behaving like that. People have feelings, people have thoughts, ideas, values. To start understanding people. This is also called EQ, emotional quotient. Today, EQ is very important. So you understand your feelings. Also start understanding others' feelings. Very important for being assertive. Humor is a very important tool for very when the situation is tough or something, complex. You can use a bit of humor, good humor, not bad humor, and positive language. Words can be positive, encouraging, motivational to diffuse tension and conflicts. Conflicts are always going to be there. So, how to manage conflicts, how to use the right techniques. You cannot avoid conflicts. If you avoid some conflicts, future they might become bigger and bigger. That can create bigger problems. As they say, some of the biggest fires or problems starts with a small spark, isn't it? So you learn how to collaborate, win-win situation technique. So she learned all those techniques also. Handling conflicts. And it's very important for her. She started cultivating a supporting network. It's very important sometimes. Our friends and colleagues who encouraged her to speak up. So she also set up a supportive network of people around her. This should be celebrated because life also is a celebration, isn't it? Failures are also part of life. So we accept the failures, learn from them, move ahead. And if there is a success or something, we also celebrate both successes and accomplishments, no matter how small or you know very small or insignificant as they might seem. But celebration is also a part of life. It motivates us, it inspires us to do better and better. She acknowledged and learned from her mistakes. That's why we keep telling mistakes are common. Mistakes do happen. Certain factors are under our control. Certain factors will be beyond our control, isn't it? So rather than that, I don't start blaming others and XYZ or the situation or whatever it is. I accept it, learn from it, move ahead. She focused on her strengths and talents and developed them further. We all have a lot of strengths. Keep multiplying them, learn new and new talents, increase your strengths. Weaknesses obviously have to be eliminated, but all cannot be eliminated. Some have to be managed. So work on that. She practiced self-care. Yes, taking care of self is very important. Work and life balance is important. Taking breaks and setting boundaries to avoid burnout. Also, we have to keep learning. New things are coming up. New factors are coming into play every day. Challenges are going to be there. The world is changing and changing every day very fast. So she continued to learn and grow, attending workshops and training to improve her assertiveness skills. So finally, all her hard work paid off. She received more recognition, contributions. Yeah, with colleagues also improved. She felt more confident in her abilities and enjoyed more job satisfactions. So let us look at some of the key takeaways. Assertiveness is a journey. Developing assertiveness skills is a journey and not a destination. It also requires time, effort, and practice. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to invest in that. Self reflection and self awareness are essential for effective communication. So, if you want to communicate effectively, understanding yourself is very important. You have got likes, your dislikes, your values, your belief system. So many things comes into play, isn't it? So start analyzing about yourself, who you are, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, as they say. So having clear goals is the third thing and very important. Goals have to be smart, have clear goals and objectives in life. So that will help you communicate effectively what you want and also help you prioritizing you. So it works tasks, some of them will be urgent and important. Some will be neither urgent nor important. But once you are able to identify, prioritize your tasks, obviously you'll find there's a lot of things you can do in your life. Practice, practice, practice. So keep practicing, use role playing scenarios to prepare for challenging or difficult conversations. Use humor, positive language, and empathy to diffuse tension and conflict. Assertiveness is not aggression. Yes, that is different thing. This is assertiveness is being polite and diplomatic and asserting your position. When you want to say yes, you say yes. You feel like saying no, you say no. But in a polite and diplomatic way. Assertiveness means standing up for yourself, communicating your needs and wants clearly and respectfully. This is what I want, but in a polite and diplomatic way. Celebrate your successes and accomplishments and acknowledge and learn from your mistakes. Take care of yourself, both physically and emotionally, to avoid burnout. Remember, determination, hard work, and practice. Anyone can develop effective assertiveness skills in professional settings and achieve success both in their careers and personal life. Thank you for joining.